Inspired by a canoe trip taken 25 years ago, the Rainy River First Nations are hosting a group of 50 paddlers as they embark on an epic journey.
The commemorative canoe trip will take them to the remote location where the original Treaty 3 was signed 150 years ago. Carl Langdon reports.
A 7-day trip will see participants paddle 190 kilometers from the Kanachwanung Historical Center all the way to the Northwest Angle, the site of the signing of Treaty 3 back in 1873. General Manager of the Historical Center, Jim Leonard, presented the idea for the canoe trip during a discussion with staff. We caught up with Leonard on site, who spoke to us about the trip.
It's a time to go out there and share stories and share knowledge, and we have some elders that are coming along with us and some very young people. The youngest is 7 months old. The oldest is probably in their 80s, and they're going to canoe, and we'll make sure they have a good time.
Seth Lotaros, whose family is from Manitou, has been a guide and team member at the Historical Center for 7 years. He took us on an informative tour of the site and took some time to discuss the trip.
In these past 2 weeks I've been back home, I've been doing a lot of research into what was Treaty 3, where was it signed, who signed it, because it's important, and as young people it's hard to, I think, want to learn about stuff like that when other people around you aren't. It's hard to take that first step. I think this canoe trip is part of that.
The starting point for the trip, Kanachwanung, also known as Manitou Mounds, holds significance to First Nations communities in the area, hosting a large number of burial mounds and village sites that are thousands of years old.
There was sturgeon in the water, and we fished here, especially in the spring, and people gathered here. So Kanachwanung is the place at the Long Rapids. So we've been here for thousands and thousands of years. It's very special to us.
Some of the village sites are estimated to date back over 5,000 years.
I think a lot of people also don't realize that this is a really big place for the process and ongoing reconciliation, right? Education is a big part of it. We get a lot of tourists, and yeah, it's a touristy spot, but it's tourists that are willing to learn about our culture, and that always helps with helping us move forward.
The 7-day route will stop at a number of other First Nations communities along the way, where local elders will share knowledge and discuss the treaty. Paddlers will be welcomed at their final destination, the Northwest Angle, by a celebratory event organized by Chief Linda McVicker of Animkiyawajing. Carl Langdon, TBT News.